Are you ready to be empowered with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in yourself, to overcome your fears and battle through every challenge and bully you face, both real and in your mind? Are you ready to learn life-changing strategies on how to develop the right mindset and positive mental attitude to courageously stand out in the crowd and be who you were born to be? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Greetings and welcome to another life-changing episode of the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Well, did you catch it? Did you catch that new intro? You like it? Yeah, it's a brand new one for the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. We kind of changed a few things up there, but that's the new intro. Well, how are we doing today? And how you been since the last time we spoke? Hopefully good. Hopefully you're doing great today. And if you're not, well then I'm hopeful this episode is exactly what you need to, help you feel a little bit better. And of course, if you're brand new listening to the show, thank you. And well, of course, thank you to our listeners that tune in each and every episode. I'm so very grateful. And I'm grateful for our new friends that are joining us for the first time. Hey, just a reminder, make sure you check out previous episodes. There's, my goodness, 300 and something of them. I think, what is this episode? This is episode number 333. Holy smokerooskies. So anyway, I'm your host, Master Rich Grogan, and I'm truly blessed and grateful for your time. And as always, my goal with every show, video, book, presentation, everything that I do is to empower you, to give you everything I've got to be the very, very best, to give you that extra boost of confidence, to help you believe in yourself a little more than maybe you believe right now. Right now, maybe you're feeling really good about yourself, so this little extra boost of confidence is going to push you over the top. Either way, that's my goal, to spend some time with you and give you, what I've picked up and learned throughout my entire life, the woes and the lows and the highs and the experience, the wisdom, and then utilizing my God-given talent, which is what I'm doing right here, right now, talking. Sometimes I talk too much, but that's why I do what I do. And hopefully, like I mentioned earlier, it's impactful and you pick up something that's going to help you. Sound good? Sound good? All right, well, let's do this. Let's dive right in. So as I mentioned, this is episode number 333. Woohoo! Man, oh man. And the title of this episode is The 4 Most Powerful Words. What are those 4 most powerful words? Well, you probably already know because you probably already read the title of it. And maybe and hopefully that's one of the reasons you clicked on this, to hear what those words were. You read them. Now you're going to hear all about them. And those 4 words are what? I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. Now, be honest with me. Just hearing somebody say that to you, just hearing me say that to you, how does that make you feel? Well, I'll say it again. I believe in you. That's powerful, isn't it? Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm nothing really special at all. I'm just a guy behind a microphone right now, guy behind a video camera or in front of a video camera doing the video blogs that I do. I'm a human being. I'm regular. I'm no big deal. But my point is, if I'm telling you I believe in you and it makes you feel good, just think about if you say that to somebody else. You have that power. You have that impact. I believe in you. And then think about how powerful it is when you say it to yourself, looking in the mirror. Now, I get it. There's a lot of days when you just flat out don't feel like it. You don't want to say it. Say you don't want to work out. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to do the things you got to do. I get it. That's why we connect so well. That's why we get along. It's because I'm right there with you. Believe it or not, as much as I enjoy talking and enjoy doing the podcast and the video blogs and speeches and presentations and workshops, there's always that thought, I really want to do this. I go through it. But once I don't know what Zig Ziglar used to say, he's not sure what the medicinal purpose or benefits of putting a microphone in front of him or strapping one, the little microphones that go on your cheek there, taping it to his cheek, what the medicinal benefits of that are. But all he knows is when that happens, boy, he feels so good, feels empowered. It was his calling. Well, the same thing. I put the headphones on, pull out the microphone, I guess on the microphone arm here, trying to give you a visual, bring it across, press record, bang. I feel good. Yeah. All right. What are we talking about here? Oh, yeah, I believe in you. So this is the Friday weekend challenge. It's the Feel Good Friday, the Warrior Confidence Feel Good Friday. And, of course, I always throw a weekend challenge at you. And my weekend challenge is real simple. I mean, I try and keep them all simple. But I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I believe in you. And say it until you convince yourself that, you know what? I do believe in you. I do believe in me. And here's the beautiful thing. At first, you may be shaking your head. You may be laughing. You may be saying, oh, this is whatever. I'm just doing it because it's a challenge and I like a challenge. Whatever. You do it. And, of course, if you're laughing and smiling, if somebody catches you saying it, they're laughing and smiling. Well, I'll tell you what, smile, laughs. That's a good remedy for depression and anxiety or troubles and struggles. It truly is. And then, of course, the second part of the weekend challenge is I want you to see how many people you can go up to and look in the eyes and say, I believe in you. But start with maybe your spouse or your significant other or your kids. Yeah. Or a neighbor. Just go up to your neighbor. I believe in you. And I'm going to say, okay, thanks. What's going on? You can say, oh, it's just a weekend challenge that Master Rich Grogan guy and his podcast. See, that's a good way of kind of spreading the podcast too. And as you hear me talk about, the more people that subscribe and give those 5-star reviews and those likes and all those things, it boosts us. I don't know how all the algorithm stuff works, but it boosts us up in that, so we're easier to find and more people find it. And of course, more people to find the podcast and hear this message. Can you imagine how that's going to impact society? You know, we talk about the ripple effect all the time. You throw a pebble in a pond and it ripples across. Well, man, we start throwing big pebbles, big boulders in there and flooding the banks. And the whole goal is to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. But I can't do it alone. And, of course, the benefits, my goodness, we're all going to benefit from it. If we've got a society that believes in themselves, a society that's not, here's the thing. When people don't believe in themselves, think about this. Are they their very best? Absolutely not. Are they happy? Most of the time, no. Are they willing to go out and do things for others to help empower others? No. So what does that do to society when people don't believe in themselves? They're not happy. Well, they're probably not healthy mentally, probably not healthy physically. They probably walk around anxiety, depression. They're probably doing things to kind of chemically balance themselves because they don't feel good about themselves. You kind of see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So the power of those 4 words. Now, I kind of wrote, as I always do, just got a ton of notes here that I never get through all of, but kind of actually working a little bit more. I'm kind of sharing with you some of, I always do, new listeners like, what is this guy? He's all over the place. That's just who I am. Sorry about that. But our YouTube channel, if you have not checked that out yet, please check it out. It's Warrior Confidence, the @ thing, Warrior Confidence, or you can also get there just by typing in Grogan's Bully Proof on YouTube. But I've hired a company that's doing all the editing, the music, and adding all the clips and pictures and video images and the subtitles at the bottom. And I think we've got right now 7 or 8 videos that have aired, and holy smokes, they are good. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring that bell so you're notified anytime new videos drop. My goal is to drop two to three new videos on YouTube a week, and then also to have the podcast doing 2 a week right now, one on Mondays and one on Fridays. And the Monday one's a little bit longer, and we're going to start having guests maybe in June. I got a few more things to work out with that, but I definitely want to get guests back on the show. And because those shows, all the feedback I was getting, really enjoyed the guests and the knowledge they brought, and as a chance to hear other people talk besides just me. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful you listen. But also make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Well, anyway, the thing I'm working on, I'm actually taking a course right now called Video Ranking Academy for YouTube, just to kind of learn how to, I don't know, just do a little better job with titles, descriptions, and then key points. And, people's attention is so short nowadays that how to grab them with a hook and then hang on. But one of the biggest things it keeps talking about is, what is my pain point? What is my struggle? What is the thing that I guess sometimes it makes me cry, makes me mad, makes me angry, makes me ferocious, but my pain point. And to not only share that with my audience, but then talk about ways that I've overcome the pain that I've gone through, the pain points. And of course, bullying is a big part of it. My wife often gets on to me all the time saying that I tend to say everything is bullying. Well, what I mean by that is anything that's when someone uses their power to try and manipulate, intimidate, or put you in a fear state where you're almost like paralyzed with fear, or you don't know what to do. You feel like, oh my gosh, you feel vulnerable, you feel weak. Someone takes their power and makes you feel that way. Well, that's bullying. That's all there is to it. And bullying, I guess, by definition, is when someone uses their power. It's a power struggle, but they use their power to control you. And that's what it is. But I wrote down the biggest thing about that, and kind of my pains growing up, and things that I'm constantly working on to improve, is that feeling of just, sometimes not feeling good enough or not feeling worthy enough. And oftentimes when you have a carrying, goodness gracious, tongue-tied here, servient heart, and you put your heart out there, like just even doing this. I mean, I get negative reviews and feedback from people from time to time. My thing is, if you don't like the show, just, click on another show. You don't have to be rude about it. Now, if you've got something constructive to add, but unfortunately, some people hurt others. That's what they do. So just remember that. If someone's being rude, mean, and disrespectful to you, it's probably because they're hurting. Probably because they don't believe in themselves. Might be an opportunity for you to say, I know you're hurting. I know you're in pain, but I believe in you. I don't know. That may not go the right way. But if anything, you could say that to yourself in the mirror. That'll change that up. But that's the one of my things is when you put your heart out there, you're opening it up. You really, really are. And that's my biggest pet peeve. The biggest thing that irks me the most or makes me the most angry or frustrated is when good people do what they can to be kind, to be big-hearted, to be vulnerable, and they show their innocence. And then somebody takes advantage of that. Somebody abuses that. Oh, that infuriates me like, ugh. That is my, I guess, pain point. That's what because why? Obviously, it's because it's happened to me throughout the course of my life, and I know how deep those scars are and how long and torturous they can be because they're there forever. Now, so what's the solution? Well, the solution, the four most powerful words right here in this podcast, I believe in you. When you don't believe in yourself, when a child doesn't believe in themselves, oh, by the way, you think about how powerful this is saying it to an adult. Oh, my gosh. Saying I believe in you to a child, those four most powerful magic words will do magic. Because as we know, we have no idea the battles others are fighting. We have no idea the battles kids are fighting, especially today. I mean, wow. And think back when you were a child, trying to fit in. That was tough. Nowadays, it's even tougher, if that's even possible. But it is with social media, and our kids are influenced by so many different, I guess for lack of a better word, influencers. So much stuff coming in and out, and they're inundated all the time. Bing, bang, boom. But back to my point there about the innocence and the hurt. That, got me really thinking here. Got me tongue-tied. But that's the whole purpose of doing what I do. And I'm so very grateful for your time, for you listening and tuning in. Let me share, some of my pain and some of the things I've done to overcome that. And I'll tell you a big thing, and thanks for hanging in there while I got to the main point. But a big thing that I've done is just self-educate. Why? Well, a lot of times I almost felt like I was deserving of people manipulating me or taking advantage of me or bullying me or intimidating me because I didn't believe in myself. And it's really hard to believe in yourself if you don't continuously do something to help yourself grow and to better yourself. So that was I was kind of writing in my notes here. What's one of the things that I did to help with that? It was self-educate. Started surrounding myself with a different group of people, and I found out the successful people that really helped me propel our business with the Martial Arts Academy, and then actually start doing the podcasts, video blogs, and everything else was they all had one thing, they had several things in common, but one of the biggest things was they all self-educated. They all continued to learn more and more, and the confidence that just radiated off of them was just insane. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, that's because when you do something for yourself, exercise or self-educate, reading books, going to workshops, learning material, it gives you that sense of, wow, I am somebody. I am intelligent. I know something. And that's really how you help. That start to believe in yourself. And belief in yourself, obviously, That and confidence and courage and self-respect and self-worth, they all go hand in hand. So that was a big one. Just starting to read, podcasts weren't going at the time, but I started watching webinars and just learning from other folks that are out there. And the more you learn, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more confidence you have in yourself, and then the more you're willing to share with others. And of course, that continues to build that confidence and that belief in yourself. Were you able to follow that? I know that was a lot. But that's the truth there. Another big thing was getting back and to knowing God again, reading the Bible, praying, going to church. And if that's not for you, that's fine. I'm not pushing it on anybody. I'm not cramming it down anybody's throat. I'm just telling you those are some of the steps that really helped me feel better about myself and start believing in myself. And just like anything else, I talk often about the law of inertia. Once an item's in motion, it tends to stay in motion. Once an item's at rest, it tends to stay at rest. Well, a law of inertia, once I started getting in motion, so to speak, holy smokerooskies, it was like, I want more, I want more, I want more. Why? Because of the feeling, how good it felt. And then oftentimes, and I'm a human being, so I go through the roller coasters of life. So sometimes when I'm down, I forget, what am I missing? Oh, yeah, I need to self-educate. I need to go do a podcast. I need to read. I need to take notes. I need to get back to what works. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, how simple it seems or sounds, but it really is that simple. But, the old rule, what's easy or simple to do is what? Easy and simple not to do. Yeah. And sometimes it's actually easier and simpler to not do it at all. Wow. So, what's the 4 most powerful words? I believe in you. Yes. And what's your weekend challenge? To first start off, as soon as you hear this, if you're listening in your car, make sure you're safe, but peek up in the rearview mirror and look yourself in the eye. I believe in you. Or maybe wait till you're at a stoplight before you go into your to work or pick up your kids or whatever. Next time you stop, look in the rearview mirror. I believe in you. When you get home, look in the mirror. I believe in you. And then see, maybe tally it up. Maybe throw some comments my way and let me know how it went, how it worked, how it made you feel. Now, of course, in order to say that to somebody, there's another part of it. You got to have your head up. You got to make eye contact with someone. You can't walk around with your head down. But guess what? Walking around with your head up, that shows confidence. That shows belief in yourself. Yeah. It's a whole new world out there when you walk around with your head up. Now, I'm not talking your head in the clouds. No, that's too far up. I'm talking your head up, eyes looking forward. Good. All right. So, hey, as a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, please do so to the podcast. And we love those 5-star reviews. And I reminded earlier about our YouTube channel. Check that baby out. It's at Warrior Confidence, which is also our Instagram and Facebook page. But you can also get there on YouTube at Grogan's Bully Proof. They both go there. And then, of course, if you haven't bought our books yet, Becoming Bully Proof and I Believe in Me, they're available on our website. You can get there by grogansbullyproof.com or warriorconfidence.com. And they're also on Amazon. Just type in my name, Rich Grogan, RichGrogan. And you can grab one of those books or a couple of those books. And they make great gifts for family members and loved ones and just friends who might be struggling or might need that boost. After you tell them, I believe in you, I'm going to say, well, why'd you tell me that? You can say, well, that Rich Grogan guy, hey, check out his podcast. I'd really appreciate the follows and the likes. And, of course, the more that we have, as I mentioned, it's going to make society a better place. And it's also going to continue to encourage and empower me to keep doing these darn things. So that's good, too. What else am I forgetting? I guess that's it. I'm looking over my notes here. But I guess that's all we got. The Friday ones I like to keep short and sweet, under 20 minutes. It's called Feel Good Friday in order to get you kick-started for the weekend. And then, of course, you can look forward to a new episode to air on Monday mornings. Sound good? All right. Well, thank you, as always, so very much for tuning in today and listening. I'm truly grateful, and I'm very hopeful this is exactly what you needed today, and I hope you found value in this message. And hopefully, if you did find value in this message, I always encourage you to listen more than once. And maybe if you didn't find value, listen more than once, because I'm sure there's some nuggets in there. But I always also encourage you to share this with someone that you know could benefit. Because as I said, just like saying, I believe in you to somebody, oh my gosh, sharing something that could help them, maybe dig them out of a rut, because we never know what people are going through. that could be life-changing for them. It truly, truly could. Remember, we're all unique gifts from God, and we all have the power to be a hero, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of others. So this weekend, get out there, say, I believe in you to yourself, and then how many people can you say, I believe in you too? There you go. It was almost a tongue twister, wasn't it? Oh, good stuff, folks. Well, thank you so very much. Keep believing in yourself. Keep building your warrior confidence. And I promise, especially on those days when you're feeling down, it's going to help pick you up. I love you. God loves you. Please share that love with the world. And until we talk again, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. I can't wait to chat with you again real soon. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so very much for listening today. I am truly grateful. My goal is to empower millions of people with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in themselves in order to make our society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. But I can't do it alone. So if you found value in this message, please share it with someone else who could benefit from it, and by subscribing and leaving a 5-star review. Be sure to pick up copies of my books for yourself and someone you care about at www.warriorconfidence.com. Also, remember to stay empowered throughout the week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Facebook and Instagram pages at Warrior Confidence. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.